This is Mr. Royce from Royce Media coming at you guys with another video, and it's going to be a little Monday quarterbacking on the Joshua Brown situation. Rest in peace, Joshua Brown. Hate to see that happen to you, young man. I hate to see when young black males get shot dead in these streets, you know. Well, anyway, what we know of Mr. Joshua Brown was that he was the prosecution's pretty much that star witness who basically reinforced everything Amber Geiger had admitted to in her trial. Um, what we know of Mr. Brown was that I guess he played college football at one point. He was an entrepreneur. That he was also married, and he was married to a non-white woman. And you know, me as an SYSBM guy, an EBM guy, I said, hey, whatever's clever, do you. You know, I've got no problem with it. Believe me. Anyway, that being said, his wife had been deported to France because she had visa issues. And after his murder, which he was shot in front of a strip club, outside of a strip club. Um, you know, she was saying how, you know, he had applied for his passport, but it hadn't come through yet. He didn't have enough time before he had gotten killed. You know, like I said, rest in peace to Mr. Brown. But you know, as far as it looks, he was pretty much living the SYSBM life. But he didn't have a passport. And this is something that Professor Kitty Gakare Jones had pointed out. Shout out to Professor Kitty Gakare Jones. Go subscribe to his channel. I love that brother. Big ups to Dr. Jones. But, you know, he was saying, he pointed it out that this guy didn't have a passport. And me being a passport guy myself, having a passport well over 20 years, you know, I'm real big on that. I think that all black law-abiding men should have a passport, and that's to be able to see something different besides the borders of the continental U.S. Go to some different places, you know, go to the Caribbean, go to the Pacific, you know, go to other countries such as South America, Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia, you know, see something different other than what you're used to seeing. I'm real big on that. You know, I have no problems with the passport thing. I'm real big on that. I'm even real big on black women getting passports. Hey, go see something different, you know, go do what you do. Well, anyway, this man, his wife was in France, and she couldn't come back into the U.S. because her visa situation was jacked up, and he couldn't go see her because his passport situation. He didn't have a passport. You know, as a man, you should be able to get to where your wife and your children are at all times. You know, so that's something that we as men, we have to make sure we have the ability to do that. And he wasn't able to do that. And unfortunately, he lost his life without being able to see his wife again. You know, had he been on a plane, had he been in France, he would probably still be alive. I mean, it's not a 100% guarantee, but he would probably be alive, be with his wife, you know. And that's what I would have rather seen him out there with his wife, living his best life, with him and her together, than to be dead in a U.S. city street. So I say this, I say that, all of that, say this to my brethren and escape black man and save yourself, black man. Get your passports. Get your affairs in order so that you can move how you want to move. you should be able to do the things you want and need to do with as little inhibition as possible. You know, make sure your paperwork is right at all times. Make sure your driver's license is right. Make sure, you know your social security number, your driver's license number, your selective service number. Make sure you got all your documentation together. Make sure you have a passport, so you decide to up and leave, you can leave. Make sure you have, you know, keep you $3,000 or $4,000 in the bank, for yourself, so that you need to get a plane ticket out and spend a week or two getting your mind and stuff together, that you're able to do that. You don't want to be trapped inside of this matrix we know as the U.S. The one of the greatest things about the U.S., and shout out to Russell Taylor for saying this, I wish he was back on YouTube, but one of the most profound things he said, of all the profound things he said, is that the U.S. passport is powerful and you can go anywhere with that passport. And that's the truth. Get that passport game up, flex that passport muscle, you know, um, make it to where, you can leave when you get ready. The best thing about the U.S. is that it's fairly easy to leave, Trying to go somewhere else, that depends on where you're trying to go. But to leave the borders of the U.S., it's not all that difficult, especially if you don't have any unusual criminal stuff going on where no other country would take you. But, I say that to say this. Get your passports together, gentlemen. This is Mr. Royce of Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. I'm out.